Hello all, it's Samantha here of Samantha Sutherland Art and Books. This is the fourth time I've tried to record this. I've got high pain levels today and I'm very fatigued. I think you can notice. I've had a very grumpy day today and I need to go and say sorry to my husband and doctor after this, I think, because I've been very, very grumpy all afternoon. So I very nearly didn't record Poetry Thursday, so welcome to Poetry Thursday. I was umming and ahhing whether I was actually going to record today, but I thought, no, it's a routine that I'm enjoying getting into, and I'm enjoying finding out about, if I can, about the poets and the poems that I'm reading. And also, I had a very lovely comment on the Alice Oswald video, which was from at the only real property 2567. So thank you very much for your comment. It did mean a lot. Thank you very much. It's lovely to meet a fellow poetry lover, and I've noticed you've got a few videos on your channel, so I will be happily watching them after this video, and I can't wait. So it might take me a little while to get through them, but I'm looking forward to watching them. And so without much further ado, I have literally today picked my poet, as I usually do. It was mainly because I have been listening to the book that they wrote, and I've been listening to it on Audible. When I say the name of the book, you will probably guess the poet. So I've been listening to The Bell Jar, which is very interesting, actually. And I was actually listening to it whilst I was reading Ted Hughes. Excuse me. So yes, I think you can guess that the poet that I have chosen today is Sylvia Plath. So Sylvia Plath was born on October the 27th, 1932. She was an American poet and author, and she was born in Boston in Massachusetts. She's credited with advancing the genre of confessional poetry, and is best known for The Colossus and Other Poems, which is, as far as I know, the only book of poems she had published before her death. That was in 1960. Also, Ariel was published in 1965, so after her death. And To the Bell Jar, which is a semi-autobiographical novel which I've been listening to on Audible, that was published shortly before her suicide in 1963. Sylvia Plath graduated from Smith College in Massachusetts and the University of Cambridge in England. Plath later studied with Robert Lowell at Boston University, alongside poets Anne Sexton and George Starbuck. She married, as we know, fellow poet Ted Hughes in 1956, and they lived together in the United States, then settling in Heptonstall and Hebden Bridge in England. They had 2 children before their separation in 1962. Frida Hughes has continued in her parents' footsteps. She's an artist, a published author and poet herself, and she lives in Wales. So, what am I going to be reading? Now, I could read Ariel, which is probably really obvious, and I know that the last couple of poets that a couple of poets that I've been reading for Poetry Thursdays, I did read the titled poem that the title of the book was given, if that makes sense. But today I've decided that I'm only going to be reading one poem today, and that one poem is called Letter in November. So today's poem is by the poet Sylvia Plath, and it is Letter in November. Love, the world suddenly turns colour. The street light splits through the rat's tail pods of the laburnum at 9 in the morning. It is the Arctic, this little black circle with its torn silk grasses, baby's hair. There is a green in the air. Soft, delectable, it cushions me lovingly. I am flushed and warm. I think I may be enormous. I am so stupidly happy. My Wellingtons squelching and squelching through the beautiful red. This is my property. 2 times a day I place it, sniffing the barbarous holly with its viridian scallops, pure iron. And the wall of old corpses, I love them. I love them like history. The apples are golden, imagine it. My 70 trees holding their gold ruddy balls in a thick grey death soup, their million gold leaves metal and breathless. Oh love, oh celebrate, no body but me walks the waist-high wet. The irreplaceable golds bleed and deepen the mouths of Thermopylae. That was Sylvia Plath's letter in November from the book Ariel. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'm really enjoying Poetry Thursday, and I have to admit it's keeping me going, so I hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to whoever I pick for next week, which will probably again be the day of. So I will leave you this week with that and this last video, and like I said, there'll possibly be 3 video uploads next week, because I've been pulled into a tag, which I am actually excited about, weirdly. Anyway, thank you for joining me for Poetry Thursday. Thank you for spending these few minutes with me, and I hope you enjoyed that. And again, if you've got any favourite poets that you'd like to recommend, I look forward to reading any comments you might leave, or if you don't want to leave a comment, maybe an emoji, it being the new year, and Sylvia Plath's poem mentioning apples, maybe apples or trees, or I don't know, anything. Anyway, I will say goodbye because I'm now rambling. See you later on. Thank you very much for joining me. Stay warm, stay cozy, happy reading, and I'll see you later. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.